But the second time I went was an arranged visit. We did the paperwork, and the time passed, and my behavior record was good enough that they allowed me to come there. At that time, I stayed with the regular inmates, and they took us to a neutral room, and they actually had him on the other side of a screen the first time. And so that time we couldn't touch each other. We were only, well, it wasn't one we had to talk on the phone. It's just a screen with holes in it. And so that was our second meeting. But the third meeting, they put us in another room, but it was just a table. And now they had him on the other side of the table, and I'm on this side, but we were at least able to touch each other, you know. So I saw him a total of 3 times. In 81 and 82. I was released from prison in 1982, in May of 1982.
So how long total were you in prison?
2 years and a month or so, or maybe 2. And I was released in May of 82. My father was executed 6 months later, or 7 months, December. I was released May 27th. He was executed December 7th of 1982. And then I started to realize what God had did, that had I been here with the negative attitude that I had because of his life, you know, I want to emulate him in the wrong way because I didn't really know him. You know, I just knew what the people said. He was all this tough on the streets. And so I was emulating that. And if God had not took the time to let me meet him and let him explain it to me a little better, I know I'd be a different person than sitting here now. The things that my father taught me give me strength even today. Even, and some things, when this came around, I had to go revisit some of those principles because I got away from some of them. But by this coming up, it made me like the one thing he believed in is an unstealable cool. All right, now that's in 80s prison lingo probably, but it makes clear sense to me that my cool attitude should not be stolen. I should not let people steal that from me. I should be able to maintain a cool head at all times. And then if somebody tries to upset me, I should not look at it. I should look at it that they're trying to steal my cool, right? So that's something I need to protect. And so I know that doesn't make a lot of sense maybe, but as a young man, that made a lot of sense to me. And then when I went through life, that I'm not going to let you steal my cool. And it mainly I'm just don't let somebody upset you. Let it be your responsibility, my responsibility, not to let somebody upset me. And that helped me. And even now, as an older man, I had never thought about that in a long time. Years went by, and I've not. But recently, I looked at areas of my life where I need to re-implement that, because there are some areas that I let people get to me a little bit sometimes, and so I need to establish that in my life that I'm not going to let you upset me. And if I got to do that by not coming around you, or just not engaging in that particular conversation or event or whatever it is, but it's my responsibility that as I go out here every day to make sure I maintain my cool. And that was something that my father told me when I was 18.